Hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench. I just updated the latest version of OBS, so hopefully we don't get any buffer overloads. No, looks okay. Though, oh, it's fast. Alright, so what we have here is the very last Atari Jaguar 2 5200 conversion. If I do end up keeping this on my site, unfortunately it's going to have to be like 200 plus for it, just so I can. I forgot how much labor went into one of these two. So this is what. Zoom in a little bit here so you can see a little better. So this is what it looks like, and from the outside, this still looks like a regular Jaguar controller. Like I said, this is a gray button version. I ended up cleaning it up, and it looks as good as new now. So I'll post the schematic down in the description. I'll be posted on my website. So basically, you have to desolder the cable, solder a bunch of points on here. These are your columns. Those are your rows. It's easier to see on the schematic of this here. So what I end up doing is I need my hot glue actually. Whoop. Alright. Get the hot glue going. I don't use hot glue often, but when I do, I like using black hot glue. It's nicer. So if you're already an owner of one of these and you hadn't noticed, on the back there's going to be a label here, and there's two. If you ever pull back, I think my voice is too loud on here. Hold on a second. Yeah, all my settings got reset. Test. Okay, that's better. Alright, so what happens is, that's still too loud. Hopefully I didn't have too many pops there. But anyways, so this is, if you pull the label back, it'll say X and Y adjust. You pull that label back, you'll actually access the two potentiometers I use for, in place of like actual potentiometers. I mean wiping ones that you actually do in like a true analog. So now I just need to figure out the spot for it. It's always been kind of a challenge to line this thing up. Once I'm done, this is actually pretty decent 3M adhesive. Make sure it's not conductive. No, it is not. Good. Some adhesive I use, I think it was what was it? Some hot glue I had was actually conductive. So it's like, wow, that's annoying. I don't want that. But other than that, it's yeah, this is the controller that started it all for me. I've sold quite a few of these over the years. Let me guess if I got the right spot or not. I need to come up. Yeah, I'm not like fully jamming this down yet, just to make sure. Let's see where I'm at. Let's come up here a little bit. And too far. Let's try about there. Down to the left a little bit. A lot of fiddling to get this to all line up nicely. Still too high. Try there. To the left slightly. Yeah, one time I made so many of these, I actually used my CNC to cut printed circuit boards, but I just haven't had enough call for it over the years now to justify it anymore. So once the hot glue is ready, I'll glue this down, and I just want to kind of tuck things nicely. You have to watch out for the ribs on the back here. So when your wires come up, you want to make sure they don't get pinched and smashed by the little ribs inside here. So I tend to use little zip ties and then a little bit of hot glue to tack it down. After this, I want to show off. I did a cut. I cut on my CNC I guess I'm calling it the Purist for the IntelliVision, which I actually think looks pretty darn good. It might be my new favorite layout, and I'll show you that in a minute. Let's see. I want to make sure we don't pinch here. So we will hot glue, and even on the upper section, you have to watch out for these ridges here. This supports the back of the D-pad, and then this comes up and supports the back of your fire buttons. So you don't want to pinchy things. So let's zip tie this here. Oh, little labor things that go into this one, which is, I don't entirely regret the fact that I really can't make these anymore. Or very difficult to make these anymore. If it was easy, I would not be open sourcing the design on this, because I could still make money on it. But this is just being such a more or less pain to do. It makes it very difficult to justify it going on. Hot glue is ready. Yeah, I do like, I make no money off this. This is my nice Ryobi hot glue gun here. I have a bunch of other Ryobi 1 tools. Put a bead back here. This is just to keep it all in place. Finally watched The Purge. That is one messed up movie. Whew. Okay. I don't think it would work well in real life. It's just all the services that'd be interrupted. And I don't mind horror films, but my wife doesn't like them much, so that's fine with me. I'm actually not that big into horror either. Right, this is the complicated bit coming up. Yeah, let's give me a couple minutes on this, and then we will go ahead and show off the Purist, the IntelliVision. So this newest version of OBS is doing good. I've only got 15% CPU with a 1080. I dropped down to 30 frame recording. So I just have one of those little mini tiny computers I use for my OBS setup and what's on my workbench. But it's a nice little Ryzen 7, so it works pretty well actually. And this is Mr. Stream Relief. This is the only one I'm not super happy where that's going. Get in there, you little bugger. Yeah, like I said, lots of steps to this thing. It's really quite labor intensive, unfortunately. Fill that with with hot glue, lock it down forever. The black hot glue actually looks pretty decent. Looks all like RTV. And once I tighten this case back down, it'll be nice and solid. There we go. Alright, let's see how that case back goes on. Make sure nothing's touching. Yeah. Just this guy right here. Case screws. Oh, I've been moving backs around. Where's the case screws? Oh, here. Where you be, young lad? Nope. 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 Well, shucks. Where is the... There's some little rubber things that go back in. Oh, I lost my screws. Where are you? No, you're not in there. I'm going to pause for a moment. Alright, so turns out the screws were literally sitting right here. Anyways, I do have the controller back together. I need to adjust my brightness a little bit. Like I said, bear with me. I've got a new setup here. Well, updated. I have an updated setup here, so give me just a second. Maybe the color needs to go up just a little. That's not right. Gamma. Yeah, gamma a little bit. Contrast. Brightness is okay. Saturate the colors a little more. A little brighter. Okay. Alright, so this is a Dig Dug for the 5200. I do have to open this back up. For some reason this row 1's not working right, but everything else is working just fine. Yeah, for most games the digital is fine. Not every game. There's some games that are just impossible, literally impossible to play, like Star Wars the arcade game, and a couple others. But for digital games like this, it's just fine. Alright, so I'm going to open this up in a minute and fix it, but I'm not going to do that in video because I wanted to show one other thing. This is the test pattern. I'll fix you in a little bit. So row 1 is out. Why is row 1 out? That is the question. Test pattern. Go away. Test pattern. Okay. Fix you in a minute. So I cut this one, this layout. Back up the camera a little bit so you can see. Sexy legs because I have. So this is the television. I call it the. The heck am I calling this thing? Oh, there. The Purist. That's it. What's nice is these will be left, right, just like the original, and these two top buttons will be the same. So I actually kind of like the layout's actually not bad because you can alternate, and you have your keypad here. I'm thinking for games like Tron, their keypad joystick intensive. This is actually a really good layout. Of course, I'll sell both versions where you have the joystick and the control pad. And I kind of like when the overlays will go in, it'll point to the right spot. So, overlay holder, overlay. I don't have a keypad on here yet. Overlay is going to sit right about there. So, the little arrow, it's going to sit right there. So you see the arrows actually point pretty darn close to the original. Of course, that's where the stopper goes. That's this little guy right here. Isn't it cute? I'll build this for a minute. I just had the screws, Dave. You're there. All right. Talking about myself in third person. That can't be good. Switching to American screws. Fancy screws. Screwdriver's right in front of me. So it's kind of cool how this all works together. I even put a chamfer on when I drill this out. I mean, when I put on CNC, I cut the holes so now when I use a self-tapping screw, it goes in, voila, and I even put a chamfer on there. So actually it lines up really nicely. The nice thing about CNCs and 3D printers, they're very accurate. So I'm within tenths of a millimeter. Nice and flush like that. Whee. Yeah, so even in the CAD program I use FreeCAD for my 3D work. And it's nice because you could say when you drill a hole in the drawing, you could say what type of screw you're using. So it'll even put like the proper taper and everything on there for you. It's kind of neat. And then even on the I'm not a mechanical engineer, so I don't even pretend to be one. So it's a learning experience for me. And but the whole concept of how you're able to even on where is it? This is actually part of the IntelliVision joystick. I modeled the threads for a 256 screw in there, so I can just, I don't even have to tap it. It just goes. It actually has threads. The 3D printer prints threads on there. Pretty cool, actually. This is the bottom one, so I gotta cut this out. Give away a few secrets here, so you can see how this works. And I wanted to get this built up for Monday. It's Saturday night right now, because I'm going to be on a show with for IntelliVision. So once that show comes out, I'll probably do a link to it in one of my workbench. But I wanted to show off this latest layout for the IntelliVision. So how this all works, it's kind of neat. You do is come to there, and the secret is, since I put the stopper on there first, it allows me to precisely line up the keypad. That doesn't need to be pretty because this needs to be passed through. Just a moment. I think the wife might be calling me. Where the hell is my mouse? Oh, Jiminy Crickets. Yeah, hold on a second. Alright, had to help out in the kitchen a minute. So, I am back. So yeah, we're working on the Purist here. I really do like this layout. It wasn't that hard to do. So if anyone ever wants to like a custom layout, just let me know. As long as it fits on the top of this enclosure, it's actually pretty darn easy for me to CAD it up and, oh, come on hands, CAD it up and get it going. And as long as it's nothing too wacky and wild, that's fine. And of course, I keep on adding new versions of controllers. So if anyone wants, I think there's only 2 IntelliVision controllers after this one that came in after I came up with this design. So as always, if you want to switch your controller, just email me at retro@cyberfreak.com. So yeah, on Monday I'll be going on with the IntelliVision Gamer on his channel. So that'll be cool. I've never done a live stream. I've only done pre-recorded stuff. Certainly never done an interview, so this is going to be interesting. So yeah, I'll put a link to his channel down in the description for this video as well. And of course, I'll probably have a follow-up. I am looking for an overlay cover. You are a newer one. And that goes right there. I'll drill some holes through in a sec. Not a big deal. Leave my good drill from the other room. Don't really need it. The overlay is just for literally holding the overlay over. It doesn't really. There's adhesive, of course. There's screws that go through here that hold it down and do that sort of thing. Oh, and of course, everything going forward, it's a new 2.0 with the square restrictor. You can hear the quality. Actually, these sand ones are pretty good. Oh, there's all my old max restrictors. You see they're square. Circle, circle. Those are all newer. Good. Oh, these little guys just go right up like this. I use stainless steel screws for everything. So, unless you're in a very salty environment, it shouldn't rust on you. Stainless. Yeah, let's figure out why that one row wasn't working. That's very odd. Yeah, I'll have to fix that later. I'll send that out Monday. It's only one wire that can be bad. Can't be bad on there. And I just need to get this guy put together. There you are. And I need the Allen key for this. I need to completely clean my workbench this weekend. This is ridiculous. I can't find anything. I think I'll get it cleaned up before my before Monday. That's ridiculous. I can't find anything here. Very disappointed in myself. Okay. There's the nut driver. Where's the Allen key? Too small. Too small. Let's see. There she goes. So yeah, this is of course this is the right hand stick Purist. And trying something a little different on the way I connect electrically as well. So that's going to be another part of this 2.0. I want to see if I can get a little bit simpler in terms of the keypad connections. Otherwise, I'm doing a lot of crimping. I'm not a huge fan of doing 14 crimps just for the keypad. It's quicker for me just to solder it, to be honest with you. So yeah, I switched from metric to SAE. It's just the metrics. I just have a hard time finding a good selection of metric screws. I'm having a lot more luck with SAE, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with either system. But luckily, your 1024s are really close to an M5, I believe. So really didn't have to change anything. And I use locking nuts so those don't back out. Don't really need the... Let's drill that out in a minute. So yeah. So internally I've got this custom made second deck. First deck and the second deck are both custom. The restrictor's custom, and then the second deck holding the more micro switches. It's just a San Juan clone, and then San Juan style raised concave, no, convex. Yeah, convex buttons. So it'll give you a really nice feel. And let's see here. I need to drill some small holes is what I need to do. Pause a second. Find my real drill, which I know is in the other room because I'm still painting my other cabinets. I took like 18 cabinet doors off this morning. So my drill is in another room. So I shall return in just a moment. And my drill's definitely in the other room. I know exactly where it's at. It's in the kitchen right now. Now I'm talking to myself. And doubly so. It is still going. Why aren't you pausing? Okay, so I ended up using a different drill, but that's fine. So this is the putting the overlay on. I have a little secret on my controllers here. Is I use the same size and head of screw, except this screw here actually is going to be a machine screw instead, as opposed to a self-tapping screw like these. And the reason why is that's what actually holds the little circuit board that everything plugs into. Neat. Alright, so then the last one is actually, even though it looks the same, is actually a 256 machine screw, which is this, which has the same head and diameter as the rest. And the reason I do that is because I need someplace solid to screw everything down to. I need to drill that hole out just a little bigger. A little more clearance there, Clarence. Found this nifty little thing. It's a little Jacob's chuck to 1/4-inch hex adapter. Kind of neat. Very handy for swapping tools out fast. Just screw this together. Now I have 4 screws. The heads are the same, but if you flip it over, this guy's a machine screw. And the reason I do that is this little circuit board here is going to be what everything kind of comes off of in terms of these connectors, and all the other electrical circuits will come off of that. So that is what's next. It is 12:30 in the morning Central Time, and I'm getting tired. So I'll finish this one up tomorrow, so it'll be ready for the IntelliVision show. What's his channel called? IntelliVision Gamer, I think. Yeah, I'll link it down below, and that'll be he starts streaming 5 o'clock his time. He's out in California, so it's West time, so it's 7 o'clock Central, and then I'll come on probably 9 my time, 7 his time, so I'm hoping to hop on then and do the interview. I'll show off this controller will be done. Another controller I have, I'll see if I can get an Atari controller, not the Jaguar, the true analog. I've got a case cut for that one already too, and I've got that going on. So I've got 2 IntelliVisions and a 5200. I'll get those done this weekend, and then next after that I have that big order of 10 5200 controllers. Well, no, 4 plus 6 5200 controllers, and then I'll switch back to IntelliVision again. So I got a bunch of 5200 true analogs to build up. So I've done a few videos in that already, so I don't know how many what's on my workbenches I'll be doing. But if I do anything new with IntelliVision or releasing another new controller, I'll do a what's on my workbench. Otherwise, I might go dark for maybe a weekish or so, just to I'm just working. I don't feel like rehashing the same videos I've done before, so it gets to be a little boring. So yeah, here's your Purist with a little overlay holder. Bada bing, you're in there. Look, even little arrows line up. Isn't that nice? So, your little arrows line up. Actually, I think ergonomically, it's pretty darn good, actually. Because you can do this thing. You can just span. And you can do that, or that, that. Yeah, it's actually kind of a neat, or if you're using just the two, lots of times it's the same button, so you can do this kind of thing. Or of course, if you're doing like Tron or something, you can, it's as tight as I can make it. There are tolerances to these overlays, by the way. So yeah, that is up next. Everyone, thank you for watching. I'll put some links down in the descriptions. I'll see if I can get that PDF for the schematic up, but I have no guarantees on that one tonight because it's 12:30 in the morning. And I keep losing my mouse. That's how tired I am right now. Everyone, thanks for watching, and if I don't do the video tomorrow, catch me on Monday. See you then.